This video is going to be special for buyers. So here is my notes. I don't want to forget to tell you anything. First, buyer ask me all the time, Sylvia, what is a good offer? How much I should, offer to the seller? But really, it's not about the money that you offer. There is several things that to consider to be a good or bad offer. So let me start pointing. First, you need to apply for a mortgage. And in the contract, you can say, okay, you have 10 days if you want to apply for a mortgage. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think that a seller is going to wait 10 days for you to apply, which applies nothing else to contact the bank and say, I want to buy a home? No. So we can put 3 days and it's going to be really good, a good offer. So then they have the actually bank approval. Again, we can say, okay, you had 20 days to buyer approval. That is not a good offer for the seller point of view. And another thing is inspection. Okay, you have the right to do an inspection in the property. Now you have to right to do it in 10 days, 5 days, or before the closing. So you know the answer. So the less time that the seller has to wait to find out if you want to continue or not with the contract is better. Because what that means inspection? Inspection means that you can inspect the house to see serious problems, and if you decide that you don't want to continue with the contract, you can back up from the contract. But I don't think that it's fair for the seller to say, oh, okay, we're going to do the inspection in 25 days. Because the seller has to take the house out of the market for 25 days. So that is part to be a good or a bad offer. Another thing, the bank is going to give you a loan commitment. What does that mean? Well, that means when the bank said, okay, you don't need anything else, you get the money. Maybe sometimes it's contingency for you to get the insurance in the property, which is fine. Again, are you going to do 45 days for long commitment? That is not a good offer. I think that you know now I understand. So a good offer not always means the purchase price. Another thing that I want to talk is about the something called CMA. So when you buyer like a home and you want to buy a home, me as a real estate agent professional, I'm going to look if the money that you want to offer is the price that you should offer. So what I mean by that, if the house worth $500,000 and the seller asks for $600,000, doesn't mean that you have to keep that money, because in reality the bank is going to do an appraiser, which is an opinion on the price of the home, and based on the appraisal, they're going to give you the money. So it doesn't matter if the seller wants 600,000, unless you come in cash, you will not get the home. So that is my job, to do a really good CMA, which means comparative market analysis. Let's talk about another thing that is important. You will have additional cost when you buy a home, like for example, homeowner association, maybe yes, maybe not. You always need to pay taxes on the property. You will have an insurance. If you pay in cash, maybe you don't want it, it's your choice. But those are costs that you need to consider when you are going to buy a home. Let's see, one thing that I want to say is, what is the meaning of the MLS, multiple listing services? Every realtor, when they have a listing, they put in that MLS. So that means that all the realtors that have access to them, they have access to your to all the properties. So you are going to know which is available for you. Depends on how many bedroom you want, how many bathroom, everything else. And last but not least for this video, it's some buyer ask me if this is a good area, this is a bad area, this is what happened with the school, what happened with hospital. Okay, listen, there is, I can tell you what is nice for me could be not nice for you. So what I do is I give all the source so you can get your answer. So if you want to talk, if you need a school, I can give you where to find out which school are in the zone. If you need a hospital to be close by, I will give you the information so you can look. I think the word today in Google you can choose, you can search, sorry, everything that you want. So I think that I cover enough for you to make a decision to call me and be your real estate agent expert to help you to sell or to buy a home. Because next time I'm going to do something like this, but for the seller, because it's a different mindset for one than the other. Sylvia Roach with Remax Prestige, here for you.